Scale model enthusiast or not, welcome back in this series dedicated to the Stralis Italeri Yellow Devil. In the past video, I went to complete the interior of the Stralis, and now it's time to get back to the bodywork by putting together the panel that make up the cab. The first step is to detach the pieces from the sprue and clean them thoroughly. The writing Stralis is printed on the front panel. I will have to remove it for placing the photo etched one. I can go and glue the bent panels on the front side. To ensure the paneling of the various openings are still visible after the painting work, I have to make them a little deeper with an engraver. Before painting, it is very important to sand the entire bodywork with 6000 grit sandpaper. This allows us to eliminate any printing defects and create an optimal surface for the primer. I prefer to put the truck cabs together before going to the paint phase, even though that will force me to do some interior work to make everything fit. I still think that it's still better to do this because it allows us a cleaner final result. To glue together the panels of the cabin of the Italeri trucks, I usually proceed first by gluing them together with super glue and then reinforcing the bonding first with Tamiya glue and then with PVA glue. The PVA glue also performs as a putty by closing any small gaps that can be created between the panels. As usual, I start the painting phase by spraying 2 generous layers of primer zero paint on the bodywork. Once I have sprayed the primer, I'm going to sand it with a 3000 grit abrasive sponge. This will allow me to have a smoother surface and eliminate any small defect. As I had already done for the other body parts, before applying the yellow I will apply a coat of silver. Applying a coat of silver before the yellow makes the paint job much easier, and I think that the result color is really much better. Now it's time to apply the decal on the Stralis. Since the decals are placed across the cab and the side edges, I'll have to cut them out to position them correctly. In this model I tried to change my process for placing the decals. Instead of using an air dryer, I simply spread the Micos all over and over again. I left it on for a few minutes and removed it with a cotton swab. I repeated the operation until the decal stuck perfectly. Of course this method is certainly longer, but I would say that it worked great anyway. The beauty of modeling is just trying to experiment with different paths and see how the final result changes. The last thing left to do is apply some clear gloss. I used the one produced by Zero Paint, but this time I tried to spray heavier coats, and I must say that the result is much better. This is the final result of this stage of work on the Stralis. Unfortunately, this is a pretty busy time for me, so I cannot guarantee we'll be able to see each other every week, but I'll do my best to do it. Thank you all so much for choosing to watch this video and subscribe to the channel. We are already so many, and this fills me with pride. See you in the next video, and remember that collecting boxes is fun, but collecting models even more. Bye bye!